Hello guys, welcome back to CFD College. I'm Ashkan, and in this video we are going to continue our course on Paraview, actually post-processing of CFD results in Paraview. Before starting the video, uh, if you find these videos useful for yourself, please share these videos with your friends and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our future videos. And if you have any comment or question or problem, uh, you can write down in the comment below, and I will answer you and I will help you in those issues. So in this video we are going to talk about velocity vectors. When we have a fluid flow, uh, many times, or using velocity vectors is a good way to show the flow field, to uh, discuss about the flow field and what's happening, in the domain. So in this video, we will create some velocity vectors in three-dimensional and also two-dimensional simulations in Paraview. Let's jump to the Paraview, and let me import at first a three-dimensional uh, result. This is our three-dimensional result. I know you have seen this. This is a flow inside a pipe, and the pipe has um, an expansion here. So we want to create velocity vectors in our domain. First, let me change the color of the outer boundaries to solid color, and then reduce the opacity so that we can see what's inside of our domain. To generate and to create actually velocity vectors in Paraview, you should use the Glyph filter. This is the Glyph filter, this icon. You can uh, click on this icon, or you can search it here, or you can find it in this section, Glyph filter. And if you click on this icon, you will face these properties and these settings. So let me click on apply first, and then we will modify the representation of the vectors. So at first, what is this? It's the in this view the vectors are too big and we have to reduce the size. So first we scroll down to this section, scale, and by clicking on this button, or you can manually change the scale factor. So we have to decrease it even more to have the to see a good view of the vectors. So I have to talk about these properties and these settings. First of all, you should specify the glyph type. You can choose a type for the glyphs. The arrow, the three-dimensional arrow, is the most one that we use in three-dimensional domains. We have other types: cone, box, cylinder, line, sphere. These are not good for us, and we rarely use these. But 2D glyph, we use 2D glyph in two-dimensional simulations. Now you can see the difference between a three-dimensional vector and a two-dimensional. We will back to these settings. This is orientation array. Here we don't have any other choice uh, because we only have velocity vectors in our data. The scaling, you can choose the variable uh, used for scaling the vectors, and also for the coloring. For the coloring, you can change it from here or from here. Let me change it to velocity magnitude. And for the scaling also, we usually use the same variable as the vectors. So velocity magnitude, and now let me click on apply here. Now you can see the velocity vectors in this domain. And now the scaling is based on velocity magnitude. So here, since the velocity is higher than these regions, the velocity, the vectors are bigger than what we have in this section, this area. You can also neglect the scaling by choosing no scale array. And now all the vectors have the same length, but the color vary is because the different vectors have different velocities. Uh, you can change the number of vectors here in this section. You can reduce the maximum number of sample points. Now we have 2000 vectors in this domain. You can increase it or you can change the mode. For example, we usually use this one every endpoint, or the default one, uniform spatial distribution. But changing this value, you can reduce or you can increase the number of vectors you have. And let me zoom in on one of these vectors. You can change the representation of these vectors. Here, you can modify these options. For example, tip resolution. If you see this, the tip is a polygon with 6 sides. You can increase it, for example, to 50. Now you have a cone here as the tip of the arrow. You can do the same to the shaft by increasing the resolution. It crashed, so let me decrease it a bit. For example, to 20. See, if you see, you have a better representation of the shaft here. You can increase or decrease the tip radius. For example, to 12 degree. Oh, sorry, the radius and the tip length. You can have a different length for the tip. For example, you can increase it. Let me decrease the shaft resolution. See, now the tip is half of the arrow length. And also you can change the radius of the shaft. You should play with these options to get the best view of your velocity vectors. Let me hide it. You can uh, create a slice. Uh, Let me change it to Z normal. You can see our previous video on slice. for more information. And after generating the slice, you can select it and click on Glyph filter to create velocity vector only on this slide. And let me change it to velocity magnitude and reduce the scaling factor and the numbers. Okay, the coloring should be changed to velocity magnitude, and you can change it to two-dimensional glyph. Now you can have the velocity vectors on this slice. So in the on the middle of the uh, geometry of the domain. This is what we usually have in two-dimensional, simulations. Uh, so I just wanted to show you you can combine the Glyph filter with the clip or slice filter if you want to have the velocity vectors only on, for example, the middle of your the mid plane of your uh, domain. Uh, let me um, open another Paraview and import a two-dimensional simulation. You know what I'm talking about, the flow over a cylinder. I can change it to velocity magnitude, and then I will add velocity vectors and change it to, for example, to the glyph. Uh, I don't want to have any scaling first, and the scale, no scaling, and let me reduce the number of vectors. Now, see, this is not a good representation. This is not a good view. First, let me change the coloring to velocity magnitude. Why? Because in this this method is not good for uh, this simulation, because most of the uh, crucial phenomenon occur occurs, here behind the cylinder. This way, in these situations, in this case, I have to change it to every end point. And let me choose, for example, 100 to see what will happen. Uh, okay, let me change the scaling to velocity magnitude and reduce the scaling to 0.02. And now I can actually decrease this value to have more vectors. Now you can see we have a lot of vectors near the cylinder and a few vectors far away from the cylinder. You can change the type to three-dimensional arrows, and then you have to mm, reduce the scaling factor, and also you can uh, reduce the opacity of the velocity contour in the background. And I think it's better. You know that you can change these settings, the resolution, the radius, and the length of these vectors to get a better or the best view for your velocity vectors. But you can actually change it to 2D glyph and change the coloring to solid color uh, for having this view. Or you can change the color of the vectors to black, and you can change the preset to rainbow to have this view for your vectors. You know that you can change the background to white, and you can modify this color bar if you have seen our previous videos on Paraview. But the thing is, you have to play with these, settings to get or to reach the best view for your domain. Because we have a lot of simulations in different domains with different situations. We can't do the same. We can't choose the same settings for all of them. So you have to play with these settings for your case, for your simulation, to get the best view of your work. But I think it's okay, and it's enough for this session. Now you know how to create velocity vectors using the glyph filter, and you know there are many settings you can play with. You can change them and you can modify them to uh, get the best view for your domain. Okay, let's finish this session. If you find these videos useful, uh, please subscribe our channel. Please share these videos with your friends. And if you have any comments, write down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, take care of yourselves and bye bye.